Hello and welcome everybody to Nickel City X-Wing. We're back with another stream night doubleheader as you see our players setting up, if you will. How's everyone doing? Put yourselves in the chat. Let me know how's it going. We have got a big draft league match to kick us off tonight. This is Rhys with the Empire, Jason versus the Rebellion. Little bit of a theme match here as well. Of course, this league, it's a 90-minute match if needed, and it's only pilots that were drafted. Everyone else has to be a generic. We only have one generic pilot here. We're getting towards the end of the league, so we're seeing a lot of rarely used pilots. While they're setting up, let's take this time to go down the list. Starting with the Galactic Empire and Rhys, we've got Tomax Bren. He comes equipped with crack shot and diamond boron missiles. Then at I-4, it's Morna Key, and she is loaded with Ruthless, Seventh Sister, Tactical Officer, Grand Inquisitor, and a shield upgrade. And last but not least, it is Deathfire, barrage rockets, proximity mines, and a hull upgrade. Then for the Rebellion and Jason on the right, we have at I-4 Wolf a Wookiee with trick shot. Then there's Garvin Drace with marksmanship and the S-foils, Yvonne Verlaine with an ion cannon turret, R4 astromech and proximity mines, and a Kashyyyk defender, another Wookiee. All the Wookiees, all the time. Exclamation point points in the chat to see how many points you have to bet with. Betting should be activating right about now. I'm excited for this match. Should be a good one. Let me see if I can pull up some records here. Morna Key able to flip her reverse token and keep it persistently, but only a couple charges on that. Garvin and Yvonne work very well together. Wolf Waro, of course. So Jason right now is 5-6, and Rhys is 7-4 in the league. So Rhys having the upper hand so far, but the Wookiees do get a full 180 degrees of fire. It's very nice. You don't see the Azatuk warships very often, but when you do, it's always fun. You don't really see TIE bombers that often. Sometimes you'll see them swarmed, but the name TIE fighters, you don't see that too often. Johnny Ray going big onto Rhys. $5,400 in the seconds. 5,400. Johnny Ray telling Rhys not to let him down. He's got a lot of points on the line. Use Tomax once. Never again. It looks like time has started. Players still setting their dial. I'm excited to see this matchup. I'm not 100% sure why Deathfire is so far away from everyone, facing down a much faster ship in an X-Wing. So you didn't even want to use him. You had to use him. The forces of good compelled you to use him. Looks like all the money's on Rhys so far. Makes my job easier to even it out. Of course, you regret nothing. Why would you? Why would you regret anything? Did you win the game though, Johnny? Did Deathfire, did Tomax lead you to victory? We've got a doubleheader here tonight. At 8:30, we've got the Canadian champion, Kelvin Lau, facing off against Jonah. Looks like we're ready to get started, and that is going to be a 3-bank from the Kashyyyk defender. It will just focus. Deathfire, gonna 2 hard away. I mean, could you blame Garvin if he closed his foils and just went full bore? Was it too hard from Ivan? Stealing shields. Looks like Rhys has initiative here. A 4 straight from Morniki. Realizing that it's gonna have to get around these clouds to get actions off. Here's Wolfero. A 4 straight. And a focus. Garvin will close foils. Probably get a boost here, I think. No real reason to not boost. Oh, we just get a barrel roll. Don't know why you close the foils if you're just gonna barrel roll, but alright. Guess it doesn't really matter. Tomax with the 1 bank in. Just gonna focus. Looks like Deathfire will probably be able to get away, turn around. No shots, we're back to dials. So let's go to our sponsor this evening. Diet Snapple Peach Tea. 10 calories, tastes good. Here's your Snapple fact. The Dragonfly can reach speeds of up to 36 miles per hour. So it's roughly as fast as my old car. Like Rhys's dials are set. These Azatucks have a great field of fire. Not great agility though. They can take reinforces. Of course, that leaves you without offensive mods. They cannot lock. Garvin style set. Ivan set. Ivan is not set. Ivan is set. Look, we're ready here. Here we go. Kashyyyk defender is doing that 2 hard in. Has a huge range of fire. We'll just take a reinforce up front. It's a lot of ship to go through for the Empire here. Deathfire just moving 4 straight. Probably not in danger of taking a shot here. I think that's probably well out of range 3. He's just gonna focus. Dutchco, thank you for the follow. I am fairly certain we've played on Vassal like way back, and you creamed me every time. If you have never seen Dutch play, he is good. He is super, super good. Made me sad. Morna? One forward. Yvonne just trudged in, rotated arc. Morna just gonna focus. Wolfwaro, the 3 bank. He's just gonna focus. I think if Garvin did a 3 bank, that's gonna bump. Gonna open his foils. 3 bank. Oh man, what do I know? Nothing. Oh, look at all this money coming in onto Rhys. Big money on Rhys. I mean, can't blame folks. People have seen Rhys, saw Rhys yesterday just pair up his Ontario Online Open opponent. Rhys has got a lot of faith going in the community right now. So 1 straight from Tomox. I don't think the Imperials are in a hurry to rush this engagement. I think they probably want a better engagement. I don't know why you're even measuring for that, but I guess you're thorough. What? Why measure from the decimator? It's on the opposite end of the board, Rhys. You'll get those points, Dutch. You'll get them. The more you watch the stream, the more points you get, the more you have to bet with. You play marbles, you win, you get points. Bunch of ways to get points, and of course our points leaders, probably the top 10. We'll go top 10 at the end of the month. Gonna get a alt art card. Dutch going real hard onto Rhys. Probably the hardest I've ever seen. Rejan is a marbles winner. He's got those marble nickels in the bank. No faith in the rebels here so far from our betters. I don't know. Remember, Mordecai's got 2 Force, Seven Sister and Grand Inquisitor.
Don't underestimate the Force.
Guess people don't fly ass to tux for a reason if this is how everyone's betting. Garvin in a bit of a weird spot, gonna force a bank here. I wonder if he's gonna turn around and try to stay in the back and just play more a support role to pass focuses off. Will be the first of the rebels to shoot in all likelihood, since the highest initiative there is 4. Sharing that with Wolfwaro, whose ability won't kick in for a little bit now. Unless, of course, he takes a big shot. Let me know if the music is too high, too low. Oh, Dutch, you're in a treat. You got 2 tonight, baby. 2. Here we go. Kashyyyk Defender snugging in by the cloud. He's just going to take a reinforce. I think he's there just to draw in shots, take up, soak some damage. Deathfire with the 2 right turn. Probably going to have to barrel roll to avoid anything. Yeah, that's what we're going to get. We're going to get a barrel roll. Yvonne with a nice maneuver, fits in beautifully behind Garvin, or right in front of him rather. It's gonna focus. Ornaki doing that 2 hards face to face. Her action is going to be to reinforce the front. Remember, she does have 2 force to mod her offensive dice. Well, that's always going to be a good action for her. Wolfero coming in hot. Might have range on Morna. Never say never. Looks pretty far. Just going to focus. Here's Garvin's move. That is a 1 bank. Again, these shots might get range 3 here. Could be at the very edge. You know how it arcs. Tomahawk's coming in hot. That 4 straight. Let's see if we get a lock here to use those diamond boron missiles. With the reinforce though, I don't know if it's much worth it. Could just focus. In case the Aztec decides to go in on Tomahawks first. Epionic, the first bet onto Jason so far. Speaking of, I'm gonna have to even out these bets. All right, we're gonna close our bets as engagement starts here. So Ivan's gonna check for ability to pass focus. So spending the focus token to have Wolferoo roll extra defense this turn. So this is going to be a diamond boron missile from Tomax onto Wolferoo. Yeah, in the box. What are we, savages? So 1 crit on the roll, gonna re-roll. Spend the lock to re-roll 2. And that's gonna be hit, crit, crit coming in early on Wolferoo. Wolferoo gets the extra 1. Blanks out though. So 1 crit coming in on Wolferoo early. See what this is gonna be. It's a fuel leak. All right, so what's going to happen now is he spent another charge on Diamond Born. So Ivan will have to roll 1 die and take whatever that die shows. Wolferoo will have to do it as well. So Wolferoo rolls, blanks out, doesn't take any additional damage. Evan now will take a hit. So 4 damage done by that diamond boron missile. Well played. So Morna Key should now be the first to shoot. Got range 2 onto the defender, or range 3 onto Garvin. Probably wants to fire at the defender because you don't want Garvin spending focus and passing it to the defender for his shot. So 3 dice, 3 hits out the gate. Defender will take 2. That's shields down on the Kashyyyk defender. First engagement's coming in hot. Mr. Hagwood hit my droids one with one of those and hit all 8 of my droids. Oh man, that is awful. This is gonna be at Morna from Garvin. He's gonna spend it for 1 and sends it to the Kashyyyk Defender. Blank out from Morna. Morna loses her shield upgrade. I am fighting off a sneeze. Wolfaroo now. Looks like the only shot is at Tomax. So it's going to be a range 3 at Tomax. Tomax has no mods. Wolfaroo does have a focus. Wolfaroo gets that extra die because of his ability, being damaged from that Diamond Boron. And that is going to turn into 3 hits, I gotta think. Yep, 3 hits. So the evade dice. So 2 damage going through onto Tomax early. Tomax is 1 away from half points already. And that is the benefit of this rebel list. Even though it's taken a brunt of damage, a lot of it so far, Tomax is closer to death than anyone. Evan has nothing. So the Kashyyyk Defender going straight in onto Tomax. Jen has that focus. That's gonna be 3. It's a big 3 there. This could get half points early. 1 evade. So Tomax is down to 2, and that's half points for Jason after this first engagement. Orna deciding if she wants to keep the reinforced. I don't think there's any need to. Everyone's going to be in front of you, so no reason to spend that charge. We're back to dials, and let's go to Gerg with our first scoring update of the night.
Your score after that round is Jason 21, Rhys 0.
Thanks, Gerg. Hey, everyone who poured their nickels into Rhys. How are you feeling right now? Still feeling confident? Still got a lot of confidence left? We'll point out that Wolfaroo has trick shot as well. So let's say Wolfaroo stops here, or just plows forward a little bit. Could get that trick shot off. You roll in 5 dice. Pretty good. I mean, it won't live long, but still pretty good. Yvonne, I would bet, is probably just going to continue circling around. Probably just a 1 forward here. Although she needs to be in range 1 for her ability, so maybe a 1 forward. Wolfaroo stops. I think the Kashyyyk Defenders, of course, getting in there to try and get that block. I don't expect him to go far. Maybe just a 1 bank. Garvin in a bit of a tough spot. Definitely facing down the brunt of this offensive force, but Wolfaroo has to be the target right now for Rhys, considering the amount of dice he can potentially put out. And honestly, we're going to need to see Morna Key pull a lot of weight this game if Rhys is going to come back and win, because I don't think Tomax survives this next volley of shots. With the full 180 field of fire, these Azatuks can put themselves in weird angles and still get shots off. I'm a little surprised we don't see more Azatuks. The field of fire is really good. I think that can be a valuable asset. I'm impartial. All I'm rooting for is a good game that doesn't leave us playing marbles for an hour and a half before the next game gets going. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. I want exciting X-Wing action. I want ships we've never seen before. Looks like we're ready to go. Let's see what that Kashyyyk defender did. And that is a 3 hard, going hard to get that block onto Tomax. So it looks like we're going to get a Grand Inquisitor action here. So Max is going to get a coordinated focus, which is a red action from the Grand Inquisitor. Deathfire comes in hard, bumps on the Azatuk. The Azatuk might get 2 here. Max will still have a focus, but definitely not going to survive this. So here's Evan. See what she did. Or he. I don't know. It's a bump there. Morna, 1 forward. Relieves that stress. Platypus, you'll get those points. You'll get them. Don't you worry. Your time is coming. Morna's going to reinforce the front. Wolf, taking advantage of that arc. See if we get a focus or a reinforce here. Might just try to reinforce and then get a focus from Garvin. How's it going, Platypus? Thank you for joining us. Welcome. Ooh, I like that move. A barrel roll. Probably doesn't get him out of Morna's arc, but I don't know. It's stressful. It works for me. See what Garvin did. And that is the one bank we all thought was coming. Can't imagine he'll do anything but focus. Knows he's going to take a big shot from Morna, but what can you do? Tomax. A 3 hard over the cloud. Doesn't get an action and will have to roll for a strain. I don't see how lives. Now with a strain. That's a strain. I just don't. So this is gonna be a range 1 shot onto Wolfru from Tomax. The last gasp. Try to make something happen. That ain't gonna do it. He's not gonna spend. Trying to live. Good luck, friend. Morna key going range 1 onto Garvin now. 4-2. Believe that's average. Garvin, One evade. Takes a shield. Ebionic, I think you might have been the only bet, aside from me, to even it out on the Reb, so you have the most to gain from this. You could climb up that leaderboard pretty early. Garvin now, gonna take a look at his shots. I think you just take this on Tomax and try to finish him off. If you don't get the shot, then you have the Azatec to finish him off, or the Azatec can take a shot onto Morna or Deathfire. That's what we're gonna get. A 4-on-1 shot from Garvin into a strained Tomax. So this could be it for Tomax. We see 3 hits. And if he spends that focus, we do see 3. That is 3 hits and a crit. Tomax is off the board. Let's see where Garvin passes a focus. That gets packed to Wolfie. Like it should. So Wolfer's got range 2 obstructed into Morna Key or into Deathfire range 2. It's just going to go into Deathfire range 2. So this is going to be a 4 versus 2 shot. Only 1 crit. So range 2. That is a crit. And that is going to be a stunned pilot right while he's in the middle of all these clouds. Yvonne doesn't have a turret, doesn't have an ion turret shot. Does have a range 3 obstructed shot. So this is 2 versus 4. Doesn't have a focus, so that's 1. Oh, he didn't roll enough, but it doesn't matter. Last but not least is the Kashyyyk Defender, but the Kashyyyk Defender doesn't have a shot. Sorry, we skipped Deathfire. Deathfire gets a range 2 shot onto Garvin Drace for hit crit. Could do some damage here. Does 1. Garvin's shields are down. Really need Morna to start pumping in damage because these ships, there's just no one else to do it. So that's our round. We'll see if Morna spends a charge to keep that and flip her reinforce. I don't know if she's going to get in a position where everyone's kind of in the back right now. We are back to dials. Let's go to Gerg with that scoring update.
With the depth of Tomax Bren, the score is now 42 for Jason, 0 for Rhys.
Thanks, Gerg. You're awfully melancholy today. I think the story of this game so far has been the lack of Morna Key to push damage through, and the lack of focus fire, really. Ideally, you'd want shots all coming in on Wolford to knock him off the board as he's their heaviest hitter. But now at 5 health left, he's still sitting kind of pretty. And I think he's probably just moving straight, gonna use that 180 field of fire to try and keep Deathfire from going anywhere and maybe get a obstructed shot here. I'm not, but if I were the rebels, I would have the Kashyyyk defender just straight up stop. Hervey Matrix, thank you for the follow. The sentence I never thought I'd say in my life, but hey, I'm here for it. So if I'm the Kashyyyk defender, the yellow Aztec, I am just straight stopping, because you know that Deathfire can't go over an obstacle right now, so he's most likely going straight, because straight is the only chance he has to get a shot. And with Morna there, he's not getting far. So you just stop, you send Wolferu straight forward, try to get that obstructed shot for 5 dice. Even though it's through a cloud, 4 on 2 versus 5 on 3, still a good. We could see that. I'm not counting it out. I just think you put trick shot on him. You don't want him to die. I think the better spot for him is behind that cloud. And if you go forward, you can blue and get a mod, get a focus mod. Gives you a little protection from the clouds, and with trick shot helps you out. But you know, hit too hard and just try to get those things and hope Garvin can pass the focus off to him. Garvin, I can't imagine doing pretty much anything but one banking here. There's just not anywhere for him to go, really. I think you one bank and just try to get the obstruction, and maybe we'll finally see Evan come in and start doing something. He's been pretty useless so far. Does have that ion cannon turret, which could do wonders against the bomber. You're able to just keep that bomber ionized. Your Azazuk should make short work of it. Meanwhile, Morna needs to figure out a way to push some damage. How many platypi we got here? Thank you for the follow, smaller platypus. So Grand Inquisitor pays off. Gonna take a stress for a target lock onto Evan. There's a 2 hard from the Kashyyyk defender. I think that probably rules out a 2 hard from Wolferu. Just gonna focus. Deathfire. Bumps. Tried the 4 straight, didn't clear. Evan now gets a move. That's prime ion cannon territory. We'll probably see either a target lock or a focus here. I would assume a focus. Might even spend that focus if Garvin bumps to give him a little extra defense. Morna bumps, clears the stress. So Garvin and Wolferu now move. Garvin, the 4K goes over the cloud, but a beautiful move to put him in position. We'll roll for the strain. Doesn't take one, about as good as that gets there. Well done figuring out that area would be cleared. Wolferoo, the one bank. No one called that. Probably would just take a focus and eat the cloud next turn, who cares? So 4 shots could be taken by Deathfire this turn. Might be through the cloud, but 4 shots nonetheless. Morna gets the first shot now with Tomax off the board. Looks like it's a range 1 obstructed shot onto Evan. So here's the 4 dice shot onto Evan. He's gonna spend the lock on all three. Yeah. That's a tough result there. 2 dice. It's obstructed, gotta roll 1 more. So that one will turn into an evade. 1 damage through onto Evan. Shields are down now on Evan. Rebel shields have taken a beating, but their hulls have not. Arvin's gonna get the first shot here. It's got range 2 into Deathfire or range 1 into Morna. Deathfire does have Prox Mine, so I think you want to try and get that off the board here. I think you want to make sure Deathfire dies so you don't eat that Prox Mine. But what do I know? It's going for the range 1 on the Decimator. 4 dice, puts in 1. Plus 1 shield down onto Morna. Wolferoo has obstructed range 3 to Deathfire, obstructed range 2 to Morna. This is going to be range 2 into Morna. So this is obstructed, so this is gonna be 5 dice into Morna Key, who does get 1. Does get 1 defense dice because of the obstruction. Here's Wolferoo, 5 dice with Trick Shot. That's gonna turn into 4. That is a focus. Debating whether or not to spend. This is gonna spend for 3. So shields now down onto Morna. Tarkizio Simos, hopefully I said that close to right. Thank you for the follow. Prox Mine would hit Morna. If it doesn't, it could. They're pretty big. They're pretty big, so if it touches both, then Rhys gets to choose who it affects. But if it only touches 1, then you know. So this is a range 1 ion shot. Two evades, so takes 1 damage and an ion. So Deathfire not getting to turn around this turn. Last but not least, we have the Kashyyyk Defender. It's gonna get a range 2 shot onto Deathfire through the cloud. Gonna try to put more damage in. 2 damage. Deathfire rolls 3, can turn a blank. Gets it. 2 Vades. So we're back to dials. Our points haven't changed, but the game has a little bit. So pretty good round there from the Rebels, taking out the shields on Morna. Smoking crit. Hey, Danku, what's up, man? How you doing? Let's see here. Habmo. Exidiabilis. Man, it's so hard to say. Stompy Dadbot. Rogue Panda Squadron. Smaller Platypus. Give Danku a big thank you. I didn't hear you. What's up? Yeah, I think you're trying too hard there, Rhys. Huge shout out to Thank You Wiston. Thank you for gifting those subs. Enjoy the emotes. Bantha, a blank dice, which we see a lot of here. And I think it's a Snapple bottle for number 3 so far. That could change. I might make that a force. We'll see. So Deathfire Smoke, he's only taking 2 damage. I don't think he's qualifies as smoking, but all right. The Monarchy's still unable to be pushing this damage through. Hasn't got it through all day. Remember, at the end of this game, we'll play some marbles, and then we'll take a little bit of a break and get ourselves set for our 8:30 match. We've got the Canadian champ, Kelvin, facing off against Jonah. What I'm calling a Duros Derby death match. The DDD. It means nothing. I just like to hype up the matches like they're super important. I'll tell you what, Danku. If anyone feels like tipping $5,000, that would be great because I have to replace my AC unit. All right, so looks like we're gonna get a bomb drop here. It's gonna be a right bank on the drop that just clears. Wait, what? He said he wants it the other way? That was what you had. Yeah. Yeah, $4,800 before tax. I'm thinking that's probably guy came out today. He was like, listen, you could repair this, but it would be more expensive. So the Prox Mine doesn't hit anyone yet. Yeah. So it misses Garvin, but there's no way for Garvin to avoid it. Orna's gonna take an action with Grand Inquisitor, and that action is gonna be an arc rotate. Yeah, the guy came out today and was like, listen, we could repair your thing, but it's gonna cost like, I think it was like 3,700, and you know, nothing is warranted. If something else breaks, it's another whatever thousand. My AC unit's already 20 years old. Like, I've only owned the house 2 years, and they did like no maintenance on it, the people before me. So I talked to my dad, and we were just like, I think we're just better off getting a new conditioner, getting the warranty, 10-year warranty, 5 years service. Like, it's $1,500 more, but is what it is. And I like brand new things, so what can you do? Evan is going to be the one that eats the bomb, so she'll take 1 damage plus 2 red dice. First ship that hits it. If it hits multiple people, then you get to choose, but since Evan ran over it first, it's Evan. So 1 off the bat, gonna roll 2 for. That's gonna be a crit. So Evan down to 4. See what that crit is. It's a weapons failure, so a good crit to get onto a ship. And then Evan also has to roll for a strain and will take a strain. So a bad day for Evan. Morna gonna move, not going anywhere. Garvin got the 1 bank and it's just gonna bump. Relief stress, so good move here from Morna. Wolfaroo will probably also have to, will eat this cloud here. That is a 3 hard. Does in fact eat that cloud. So let's see if he gets a strain. Does indeed. So Morna's gonna get a nice range 1 onto Wolfaroo. So this is 4 dice into Wolfaroo. Only 1. Wolfaroo does take the 1 because of the strain. Wolfaroo now going to get a return engagement shot. Looks like Garvin's going to go first. It's going to be a range 2 shot onto Deathfire. So Garvin onto Deathfire, range 2. Here we go. 1 hit. Deathfire does have a focus. Doesn't need it here. What a nimble bomber indeed. Wolfaroo, if he goes range 1. So this is going to be 5 dice on none. Five on 0 on Morna here from Wolfaroo. Oh my gosh, 4 hits and a crit. Natty's on 5 dice. It's a blinded pilot on the crit. Holy moly. So this is going to be a range 1 ion cannon attack. With weapons failure, it's going to be 3 dice still. Just 1 hit. See if he takes the hit. Well, decides to spend the focus. Now is going to take a range 1 shot here from the Kashyyyk defender. That's going to be a range 1, 4 dice. He's debating whether or not to take this onto Morna or try to keep pouring it on. It's range 1 either way. Morna doesn't get any defense, so I wouldn't hate, you know, taking her down even more. Really straining with this decision. This is going to be a range 1 shot into Morna Key. So 4 dice, whatever he gets, that's what Morna's taking. That's going to be 3 more hits. Morna is down to 4. That is the end of the round, and Morna has taken a beating. Gonna go ahead and this over. All right, definitely replace it. It will be more efficient and that will help save money. That is true. I mean, in the end, it was a 20-year-old unit. The unit downstairs, like the coil and stuff, that's 16 years old. The lifespan you can expect on those is about 15 years here. So really, I've gotten, not me, I've only lived here 2 years, but the unit's powered through 5 more years than it was likely to. It's about time. It's an unfortunate thing, but you know, what can you do? We just got a quote on replacing our AC unit. Same thing, 4-digit amounts are negative fun. Amen, brother. Let's play. Let's play a game. I tried to play it in Discord, only 1 person participated. As some of you know, I'm building a new top of the line computer. I'm talking AMD 3950X. Big motherboard, like 128 gigs of RAM. So what costs more, the parts for my new computer or this AC unit? I have Wolferoo at 4 left. Evan I have at 4 left as well. So let's go to Gerg with that scoring update.
It is Jason 96, Rhys 54, but don't let the points fool you. This is Jason's game to lose.
Thanks, Gerg. All right, Stompy Dadbot's in with AC costing more. It's not a new computer just for TTS. I do a crap ton of video editing. It's kind of my side hustle, making like smaller commercials and like YouTube videos and stuff. It's mainly for editing, gaming, and it will also help with streaming. I don't need any help running TTS. This computer I have right now is still a beast. All right, so we got 2 votes for AC. Anyone think that the computer costs a little bit more than the AC unit? Looks like we're gonna get a bomb drop here. Nimble bomber happening. That is gonna catch Evan. So that's gonna be 1 damage onto Evan. And we'll roll 2 more. Takes another crit. So Evan now down to 2. Let's see what this crit is. That is a loose stabilizer. If Evan didn't go straight here, that could be an extra damage. Well, the AC unit is $4,800. With tax, it's going to come out to $5,200. The computer parts have come out to $5,207. Kashyyyk defender first to move, just a 1 forward. And we'll focus. Deathfire with the big 5k takes a stress. I know, timing, right? Dang. Evan did a 4 forward, so will not take any damage from loose stabilizer. A precognitive understanding. We'll take that strain back. So the red 4 forward goes over the cloud. Double strained. Warn a key now. That somehow doesn't clip anything. And she's going to reinforce the rear. Garvin now with the move. Just getting that 1 bank. He'll just focus. And Wolf again has that 180 field of fire, but only goes forward, didn't bank it, so it's not going to be able to get a shot onto Morna. Wouldn't hate a reinforce with the back here. You're not going to get a shot. Does have a fuel leak could fix. It seems like that's what we're gonna get, that fuel leak being fixed. Ornaki now gonna check arcs. Only has a range 2 obstructed shot. Range 2 obstructed onto Wolferoo. 3 hits. Addies. Wolferoo turns 1 from the cloud. So Wolferoo down to 3. Darvin gonna take that range 3 shot onto Deathfire. 3 natty hits. Deathfire gets 3. 1 evade. We'll take 2. So Deathfire down to 3, taking at least 1 more shot. Evan, no shot from the ion. La Sombra Dark. Man, having trouble today. La Sombra Dark, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you being here. I didn't hear what? No. That's gonna be nothing coming in onto Evan, except she gets to get rid of one of her strains. And finally, the Azatuk gets a range 3-shot onto Deathfire. 3 versus 2, focus on nothing. That's 2 hits. 3 natural dice here. 1 evade, takes 1. So Deathfire down to 2. And we are back to dials. Someone keeps setting off my doorbell motion alert. Don't know why. Gonna go ahead and snooze that. Get these dice out of the box because my players are too lazy to clear them themselves. Bastards. So Morniki down to 4, Deathfire at 2, Wolfwaru at 3, Evan at 2, Carvin at 4, and the Kashyyyk Defender, the I-1, somehow the most survivable at 6. Yeah, Platypus, the timing's unfortunate, but not to toot my own horn, but toot. I do have a good habit of dividing things in my accounts. I have several accounts. One of them's like an emergency for the house. One of them is like have fun. One of them is like get an upgrade. So like I've been saving up slowly in all these funds, so this isn't gonna kill me. It just kind of sucks to see all your funds go down by 5,000. But in the end, it'll be worth it. And like Ganku said, I will save money on the bills. I mean, your AC bill is your most expensive bill that you get all year. It takes up by far the most energy in the house. So getting a new energy efficient machine is not the worst thing to ever happen to me or the environment. Looks like we're set here. So after the Kashyyyk Defender reveals the dial, Grand Inquisitor strikes, coronates a fixed dial or a fixed blinded pilot. Deathfire. Oof. Banking right in front of the Kashyyyk Defender. He's just gonna focus. I think he sees the writing on the wall there. Not much he can do about it. Evan Verlaine now with the 2 hard. R4 clears the stress and the strain. Cleared the other one because of the shot. So Evan, stress free, strain free. But we'll take a damage from loose stabilizer. No, it repairs because you took the damage, so you get your action. Evan down to 2. Or 1 even. The Deathfire can't initiative kill it. She flips weapons failure and lose stabilizer that turn, so no crits left onto Evan. Morna moves now. 1 straight forward and rotates. Garvin, the bump again. Garvin hasn't used his ability much this game, but hasn't really needed to. The writing is on the wall here. I think you just focus here with Wolfie. Take your shot on Morna after your buddies finish off Deathfire. This could be it here. Again, remind everybody, 8:30 we have our second match, a Duros Derby with the Canadian champ Kelvin versus Jonah. This is Morna with a shot onto Wolf. Wolferoo with the defense. Oh, Natty evades. And we'll play some marbles after this. I wouldn't leave you guys marbleless. Y'all know me. I'm still the same old G, but I've been low key. Garvin now going to take a range 1 shot onto Deathfire. Wish he had a focus. Just 1. Deathfire rolls. Blanks it out. Deathfire on 1. 9 p.m. Oh, that's 10 p.m. our time. We'll be well into our second game by then. Rogue, you're here all night. Who's streaming your game, Rogue Panda? What stream you on? Here's the Azatut. Wolferoo. Idea Squadron. If you're not in our Discord, join our Discord and send me a link. So this is 5 dice into Morna Key for 3 hits. Morna rolls. Cloud will turn to an evade, and Morna will take 1. Evan now gonna do an ion cannon 4 dice shot. Just needs to get 1 through to do the kill here. That'll do it. 3 hits. Can spend the focus. Doesn't matter though. So Deathfire. So Deathfire dies, but because of Deathfire's ability, he's gonna get a shot. I imagine this guy's gotta go on to Evan. Got Wolferoo obstructed, but you got Evan at 1. So this is going to be a range 1 shot onto Evan. So that's 2. 2, but Evan's only rolling 1, so that's a guaranteed death. Evan dies to Deathfire's ability. Rhys closes the points gap, but it's Morna Key versus the world now. So let's go to Gerg with a scoring update.
His score now is 147 for Jason, only 78 for Rhys.
All those nickels going up in flames. Epionic, the only one benefiting here. Epionic, if you're still here, tell us how happy you are right now. Epionic saying thank you to Jason. Wishes he would have bet more. You do get 120% what you bet, so that's nice. Looks like we're set here. Yeah, well, always let the Wookiee win. Let's see how much you get, Epionic. Give me a points. Give me an exclamation point points. Let's see how much you have. All right, so you got 1823. I'm gonna write that down. At the end of this, let's see how much you end up with. $18.23 down there. All right. Go too hard. Focus. Orna with the one bank. Probably just reinforce here, I think. Thank you far and away number one, because gifting subs gets you a shit ton of points. There was no way I was not going to reward that. Darvin with the 3 hard. Gonna close. Let's see if we get a boost here as well. That is what we get. No linked action there. Wolfaroo. And he's gonna reinforce. So Morna gonna check for range. Just out. Back to dials here. With 15 minutes left. I think Morna's gonna probably spend. Max bet is 10,000, I believe. 10,000 is the max bet. Got a new keyboard and somehow ended up with one that's more noisy than the previous one. My bad. At least you know I can type really well. No one can question that. Thank you. Go big. Going big, baby. Next match should be pretty fun. Calvin is a very good player. That's right, thank you. And the fact is, you could probably lose and still be well in the lead. Think you're fine. So Morna doesn't spend her token act. Why not? All right, whatever. That's a focus from the Azatuk. Too hard. Morna, the turn. Oh, she did spend it. My bad. It's there. Under. See, that's why I gotta remember to do that. I'd see it then. Let's see what her. And she's just gonna rotate. Has 2 force available for mods. Garvin opens those wings up. And the 1 forward to victory. Garvin will focus as Garvin likes to do. Now Wolferoo. Also the 1 forward to victory. And Wolf will reinforce. Morna gets that range 3 shot onto Garvin. Oop, yeah, that's the wrong arc. I think it probably still has range 3 from that corner. Yep. So still range 3 side to side from Morna onto Garvin. That's going to be hit crit coming into Garvin. Garvin 2 evades. Showing that big evade energy. Garvin coming back range 3 onto Morna Key. Morna has 1. Garvin can't kill her here. So that is 2 hits. So 1 damage. Didn't bother even spending a force point. Don't think he remembered he had it. I think he knows we're coming down to the end here. Wolfie, no targets. Kashyyyk defender. Gonna get marbles fired up here. Morna's dial is set. I mean, I think we all pretty much know what's happening here. It's either a 1 bank or a 2 hard. Maybe a 2 bank. I don't know. It could get crazy. Let me launch marbles. That it's set. So the turn, 3 hard turn from Morna after the low dredge march forward from the Kashyyyk defender, closing in, realizing that this is the end. Morna rotates forward. Grand Inquisitor is going to let Morna take an action here. Morna's gonna target lock Wolferoo. Just trying to take her out while he can. The 1 bank there from Garvin clears. Gonna focus with Garvin. If Mordecai survives this, I'll probably just sell my house. Wolferoo is gonna reinforce. I would have just taken the focus, it doesn't matter. And that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna focus. We're gonna get some shots here. This is Mordecai. Range 1 on Wolferoo. Has a target lock and 1 force to spend. Oof. Gonna have to probably spend target lock on all of those. Just gonna reroll 3, save the force for that 1 focus. Pays off, gets 3 defense there. Wolferoo blanks out. So Wolferoo dies. Does get the revenge shot though. Oh, you know what? Morno fixed blinded. I just forgot to take it off the overlay. My bad. Thanks for pointing it out. I forgot to take it off the overlay because I am stupid. So 5 dice here. 3. Mordecai is dead. That is a GG. A 200 to 108 point win for Jason and the Rebs. Let's pay out Epionic. All right, Epionic, give me a points. Exclamation point points, Epionic.